Hey, truth seekers, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening on this wonderful Wednesday. And this is episode 3 of Spill and Heal with Auntie Ree. So glad to have you guys with me today. And before we dive in, as you can see, I'm not in the regular studio. I'm on grandma duty, but hey, you know what? You got to do what you got to do. And like I always tell you guys, I got to get in where I fit in. So I had some good information I wanted to share with you guys in this episode. And if I have to give it a name, it would be called No More Stinking Thinking. That's right, no more stinking thinking. But before we get into the information, I just want to share a couple stats with you guys on negative thinking, but I call it stinking thinking. There's actual scientific facts to this and research studies that have been done regarding stinking thinking. So I was like, okay, I'm not the only one that got stinking thinking all the time. Sometimes I get so sick and tired of myself, just negative thought after thought. I mean, things could be going good. I could have a good day, just heard some good news, and then, I don't know, minutes, hour later, here comes some negative thoughts. I'm get so sick and tired of it. I'm like, ugh, give my brain a rest. Like, does this brain ever shut off? Well, I mean, we can be intentional about changing it. I don't want to say it's good news um, because I'm not a Debbie Downer, but it was, I want to say, maybe refreshing to know that there's some scientific studies that have been done, and it's not just me with this negative thinking all the time. So I had two stats to share with you guys. The first one was from the National Science Foundation, and they said 80% of our thoughts are negative. 80. That's 80. 80%. And then there was this school in Canada back in 2020. They did a research study, and they came up with a study, and on average, they said we have a person has 6,000 thoughts per day. And so if you take that 6,000 thoughts per day and you do the math with that 80%, that means 4,800. That's right, 4,800 of our thoughts per day are negative. Is that crazy or what? Oh my goodness. I was like, ugh. But yeah, so I wanted to share that with you guys. But what I wanted to tell you guys is this, because July, we've been celebrating all month for July, National Minority Mental Health Month. And as you guys know, I'm a big advocate for mental health. I'm always telling you guys that it's okay not to be okay. I have a framework for mental health, and we'll get into that a little later for those of you who don't know. But negative thinking, it's a brain thing. It's not a me and you thing. So, yeah, it's the brain, it's the way that it's programmed. But the good news is that we can retrain our brains or reprogram our brains to not think so negative all the time. And so you just want to do things, you want to be consistent. Practice makes perfect, right? So there's 5 things that I have written down for you guys that I want you to focus on in trying to retrain the brain with all this negative energy and these negative thoughts. So, number 1, you can do gratitude. Practice gratitude. When you get up in the morning, write 3 things down every morning that you're grateful for. Number 2, if you're taking notes, because I always tell you guys to bring your journal and pen. And I forgot to say it at the beginning of this show. So, but you can always watch on record. But yeah, if you have your journal and pen nearby, go ahead and grab it, so you can write this stuff down. Because we're just gonna keep growing and glowing together and being great together. All of this stuff is a lifestyle. And like I always tell you guys, it's about being well rounded. Of course, it's not going to happen overnight, it's a process. And I always tell you guys, we focus here at Team Love with Auntie Bree on mental wellness, emotional, spiritual, physical, financial, and social. So, of course, it would be overwhelming trying to work on all of those things at one time. Just pick one or two if you can, and then work on it like that. And it's a process. But our end goal is that we want to be whole. We want to work on all of these areas. It's going to not be like a one-time event. It's going to be an ongoing process. We're never going to be perfect, but we can always strive to be a better you today than you were yesterday. So we're not in challenges with other people. This is all about you. Self-love, mental health, hygiene. Our mental health is our wealth. So that's what our focus here is at Team Love. And so, yeah, that's what it's all about. And it's a community. We need community. God is love. We need more love in the world. And so that's what this is all about. And that's my end goal. Like, yes, this is my business, but at the end of the day, if I reach one person, then my job was done. And so it's more so about making impact. Yes, money is a resource. Yes, we need it. Yes, I love to travel. But yeah, it's about a community, and these times that we're in right now, we need it now more than ever before. So yeah, with the negative thinking, I just want you guys to be more intentional. Like I said, with the positive affirmations, just practicing gratitude and writing things down. And then also with my framework that I created, it's Auntie. That's AUNTIE. And I'll break that down a little bit for you guys this evening, since we're talking about negative thoughts, and we just need things. You gotta have solutions to things. We can't just talk about it and then not come up with like action plans. Episode 2 last week, we talked about moving from awareness to action. Yes, we have to become aware of the things that we need to do for our mental health, but then once we get the awareness, then we have to put it into action. So with the Auntie framework, the A stands for acknowledge your feelings. Those feelings came from somewhere. So figure out where it came from. What happened? You uncover your truth. Is it facts or is it fear? Try to determine that. The N is for nurture your spirit. Love on yourself. Speak positive affirmations over yourself. And then we have the T, trust the process. You have to know it's not going to happen overnight. We got to continually, intentionally work on being a better version of ourselves for ourselves. And then we have the I, which is inspire. You want to make sure that you are inspiring others and inspiring yourself. And then the E is empower. Those two are kind of interchangeable, the inspire and the empower. But again, it's just, we want to inspire ourselves and inspire others. We want to be a positive influence. We don't want to be a Debbie Downer. We don't want to have that stinking thinking, right? Because that stinking thinking will drive you crazy. And so I have some homework for you guys, and I'm going to give you a second to grab a piece, your phone, do a note in your phone, or if you have your journal, write it in your journal. Grab a piece of paper, and because the whole thing is, you guys, we're going to be interactive. This is a community, and so that's how you become close with people, is through community interaction, communication. Not just on our phones. We have the 21-day self-love challenge that's going on right now. It's been amazing, and it's not too late to get in. Today is day 5. Today's task was to make a new healthy meal. So it's not too late. If you haven't joined us yet, you can either comment on this YouTube video info, and I will put the details in there. You can also go on my website, which is www.coachwithauntie.com. There you can fill out my contact form with your information. I also have a self-love quiz on there. It's less than 2 minutes to do it, and it's really just a reflection for yourself. And so you can do that too. But we want to make sure that we're staying connected through my website, filling out the contact form, and then through my through YouTube here, Spill and Heal with Auntie Ree. Also on Instagram and TikTok, you can find me at I am Auntie Ree. Facebook, my business page is Cherie Auntie Ree Randolph Dunham. And so I would love for you guys to connect, for us to network, and continue to build this community for self-love and mental health awareness. And so here's the homework that I have for you guys. So what I want you to do is I want you to write 3 negative thoughts that you had this week. And then I want you to reframe them. So turn them into something positive. And then I want you to share one of them in the comments, if you don't mind sharing. And I'll do it too, because I don't ask you guys to do nothing that I won't do. So I will, when I upload this video, I will, in the comments, I will write one of the negative thoughts that I had this week and how I reframed it. And then the next thing I want you to do is to write down and say this positive affirmation. I am not my thoughts. I am the truth God placed in me. And so, yeah, that's one that you can add to your list. But that's going to be it for this episode of Spill and Heal with Auntie Ree. And you guys stay connected. And I always appreciate you guys chiming in, comments. Don't forget to join in, if you haven't, with the 21-day self-love challenge. And yeah, I will look forward to seeing you guys for another good episode of Spill and Heal with Auntie Ree next week. Take care and have a blessed night.